G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. This is game number 4 between these two titans spawning in the north of the map, playing as the Delhi Sultanate. We've got Hut. Towards the south side in the color blue, playing as the Mongols, we've got B. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 4 in the series between these two players on the road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy. For anybody unfamiliar with that event, well, haven't you been sleeping under a very comfortable rock, it seems. $300,000 of prize money. Potentially going to be up for grabs. Well, not potentially going to be up for grabs. It is going to be up for grabs. And that is just the main event. We got plenty more money on the road as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this game goes, because at the moment, if you do not want spoilers, cover your ears right now and go back and watch the 3 games that were uploaded immediately before this one, because I'm about to spoil it. We've got Hut, who is up 2-1 in this series. We just saw B manage to take a game back from Hut. It was a beautiful game as well. He did a great job. Beautiful little timing in there just before, or just as Hut was hitting age 3. But today, I'm looking forward to seeing what Hut has got in store for us, because it's an interesting matchup. Delhi versus the Mongols, 2 civilizations considered by many to be at the top. Look, I think that slowly the landscapes are changing. You know, we aren't seeing these civilizations banned out the way that we used to. We're starting to see new civilizations falling or rising to the top of the ban list. We're seeing the Rus of all civilizations rising to the top. We're also seeing the Holy Roman Empire. Now, largely that is because of the tournament map pool. There's a lot of good civilizations in for, well, a lot of good maps rather, for both of those civilizations. So it means that naturally it's going to be more likely that bans come in for those civs. Does that affect your matchmaking? Not really, but one of the things to remember is that if you've got a civ that's strong on one map, it's highly likely that if pros are playing that at the top level, that the meta is going to develop more for that civilization. The players might look to experiment with things, look to try new things, try new timings, and that will naturally bleed over towards the ladder. So don't be surprised if you do start to see a little bit more Rus, a little bit more Holy Roman Empire on the ladder. We'll take a look at the base now for BB, going with an interesting early strategy. Take a look at this. I have not seen this Mongol strategy before. Now, he's actually got sheep underneath the town center. We have a look out here. He's also got the Khan, but he's decided to take early hunt. Now, he's up against the Delhi, so it's not like this hunt was really in danger. You know, if you were up against some sort of professional scout civilization, I'm just spitballing right now, like the Rus or something like that, it would make sense to come out for this, but this is very, very curious. Not something that we see a lot. Now, Villager does have the potential to take out those sheep, but it looks like the scout just going to be chilling out for the moment, chasing away that deer, forcing it away. But remember, he can just pick up the gur and just come out here, so it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. He can reposition that bad boy over a little bit further, but I got to say, this is an interesting opening that we're seeing right now for B. Now, I guess my natural thought for B from here is to just almost go complete fast castle. Not even really think about playing H2. Oh my god, he's going for Silver Tree. This is, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you guys an idea of how serious this is right now, this is potentially, or this is match point for a tournament game, where if B loses, he will get knocked out. And he drops down the Silver Tree. Out of all the things that we see the Silver Tree. I can't believe it. I can't believe that we're going to be able to see this. So let's talk a little bit about this landmark. Look, if you've ever played a free-for-all, if you've ever played a 4 versus 4, you're going to be familiar with this landmark. But for those of you who don't know what this does, it reduces the cost of the traders. It also acts as a market, so you can do your market trading in there. And it also builds traders faster. You can then combine it with the Uvu, which all of a sudden means that you're making double traders for a reduced cost faster. And it starts to get really damn freaking crazy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what B has got in store, whether we're actually going to see the Silver Tree come out and have a bit of success, because players have been working with it. And if there's ever been a map for it to work on, it is a map like this. Now, ideally, what I would love to see from B here, and look, it depends on the way that he wants to play it. You can see he's got the trading post back here. Ideally, I'd love to see him look to try and place a market down over in this corner right here along the edge of the map. And then that way, what he could do is, using the Silver Tree, send out the 2 traders towards this position, out towards the trade post, and then back towards this market. And that way he can almost halve that initial trip that comes through. Obviously, every subsequent trip they're going to have to make all the way across and all the way back. But just getting that first trip in, it really starts that economy rolling nice and early. But we do see a stable coming down, so might be looking to put on a bit of an aggression early as well. Normally we do see Mangadai mix in with the Silver Tree, so it's not going to be the case today, going for that stable instead. But We'll ride on board with Hut. We'll see what he spots. We'll see how he goes and plays. Now, typically, you would expect to see a double blacksmith opening. Not going to be the case today. We do see it's going to be a barracks. So just a little bit fearful of a potential stable opening, which is obviously what B is doing. B now reaching that age up as well. He's going to be able to spot down the silver tree on... Oh, he moved it. Oh, he moved it. Oh, he's moving it. Oh, he moved it. I'm not sure whether this got spotted out. I don't think that this actually got spotted out. I don't think he knows. Now, this is a curious decision to actually do this. I want to see exactly what B's got in mind. So, going to be dropping down an outpost, looking to defend this down. So, he's not going to be able to do double trading from here. That's a really big factor. The other alternative... I mean, there's no other real alternative. He's going to have to send a villager over here to drop down a market. He's got that one really, really close, but we'll watch and wait and see how he does it. But now walls coming up in the middle. Hut going to be looking to secure up this position. Does run into a wolf. He's going to be able to take that one down and begin working on those walls. Scout just chilling out for the moment. We see the archery range is going to be coming down. Now, there was an earlier stable that also went down. We're going to see double horsemen. So I think this is kind of a smart move, right? So you force your enemy horsemen. All of a sudden, okay, they're on the field. Now your enemy's going to make spearmen. And the spearmen, they're going to get countered by the Mangudai. So smart little move there. Problem is that the spearman is already out on the field, and we can see the Khan out here working its magic, doing what it does best, chasing enemy units around. Still yet to see a villager move out across the map. I guess the other alternative is he actually looks to come up into this corner. The problem is he's going to have to do it across some sort of trade route. Oh no, B. Oh no, B. What is B doing right now? This is not good. So for anybody wondering... that's not how you do it. Putting down a marker in the base now. Okay, so he's dropping the marker. I can't help but feel like B maybe didn't prepare for this. Maybe, you know, he's doing it on the fly. He's just kind of so what I'm okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's all right. He builds the marker in base. He's now going to shoot the marker away. Okay, so he's got a plan. That's what matters. He's got a plan. He knows what he's doing, and we can see those traders now going to be able to follow that market. But the problem is that they don't have that full amount in there, so they're only still carrying 11, 12 gold. Ideally, you want to wait for that marker to drop down and then command your traders to do it. And the other thing to note is that even though he's got this out here, he's not going to be able to get those double productions out from the Uber if that's something that he was looking for. But now moving out across the map, though, we'll watch and wait and see how B looks to play it, whether he's going to really commit hard to this. Is the market just going to be coming out, chilling down? He's just going to drop it down in this little position here, up against the edge of the map, and we'll watch to see how the traders go. He's got more traders back here. Moving out across, it's only going to be... Oh, never mind. He's got 60 gold on that one. So they managed to follow him across the map. And now we see the rest of the traders. 60 gold on that bad boy as well. So that was my mistake there. So those traders are actually able to follow that market all the way across. Can't still on the front side being annoying. At the same time, we've got the double blacksmith on the backside here for Hut. Pretty standard opening so far from Hut. Did go for a little bit of an early spearman. Something that we don't always see, but I guess in this matchup, it's probably better to go be safe than sorry. And so the question is, how does it stack up here? Because at the moment, the numbers of military, they're obviously not the best, but they're still pretty decent. He's going to be able to force back his Delhi opponent for the moment. The composition that is coming out is better for Hut, because Hut's going to be able to get on top of this, and if he does, he's going to be able to shut it down very effectively. By the same token, Hut's got the counter unit. So remember, the horsemen counter the archers, the spearmen counter the horsemen. And so that's going to work very well for him. He's going to have to really focus on the micro. Beautiful scholars coming in here. He's looking to try and hold on this position. At the same time, all those spearmen going to be going down. Scholars now going to be the target. He's going to be trying to repair these bad boys up. We'll right on board and see if we can spot it. The scholar just going to be going down. He's doing a little bit of a ring around the rosy there. Unfortunately, there's too many horsemen at this point, and going to be able to clean that up at the same time. Sacred Site's now getting captured for Hut. That's going to be the first one that goes over to Hut, and at the same time, Hut also going to be managing a decent defense here. So maybe picked off a little bit more than he could chew at this early stage in the game, but being now going to be heading back to the drawing board, dropping down plenty more outposts. We see the first one coming up. He's also going to be getting arrow slits for that. Now, remember, one of the recent changes that came through for the Mongols is that you're going to be losing that YAM network once you leave the outpost. And for anybody wondering how the heck does he have a YAM network, you know, he didn't age up with the deer stones. Well, remember, the YAM network affects cavalry units and traders. It affects cavalry units and traders, and then there is an upgrade that you can get at your outpost, I believe it is, that is going to enable you to apply it to all units. And that's the one that you actually get for free when you drop down the deer stones. So he's still going to be able to, you know, synergize quite well here, and you can see that they do lose that that bonus as they come out. But now, arrow slits coming through. We'll check in over on Hutt's side of the map and see how he's doing. Second Sacred Site going to come through here. My fear is that Hutt is going to have a beautiful timing window, typically around the 19 to 20 minute mark, where he's going to be able to push with knights, men-at-arms, crossbows, and elephants, and a whole lot of scholars, and he's going to be able to rampage through his opponent's base. The problem that B is going to have is that he's not going to be able to deal with the gold income right now that Hutt has got. I'm going to try my best to try and reconcile that. You know, if he'd put the market over in this corner, maybe things could be a little bit different, but then there is the potential that it does get interrupted, and that is a big factor. But at the same time, we haven't seen any movement over towards that western side just yet. Units now coming out as well. Remember, obviously, the longer your trade route, then the harder it is to defend. But I would expect that we start seeing a transition into Mangudai sooner rather than later here, just so B's going to be able to defend that. He falls back away from these deer. Now, going to be able to clean up the horseman on the front side. He's got a nice little squadron here. Spearman also going to be looking to back up, and both players going to be heading into that spearman horseman composition here that we see often in these early stages of the game between these civs that don't have access to any early knights. Falling back now from that position. He's going to be able to escape, but Yam is going to be buffing up the movement speed of that cavalry. 2.16 movement speed. He chases him away. And I still don't know whether Hutt has confirmed or not as to whether he's seen that, but got to be careful with the middle. B falls back. Smart decision, smart move. Wants to avoid fighting at this stage. Needs to try and get that larger mass going. Spearman on the front side going to be re-engaging. Has got the upgrade now to Hardened. Archers on the back side as well. He's got the 1-1-1 composition. One of each trash unit out on the map now. We'll take a look on board with B and see what he's up to. So he's going to be spending all of his resources, or all of his stone rather, on military. So this is an interesting move. So not going absolutely ham on trade, but at the same time, you know, still investing in it. Now, there's obviously two schools of thought when it comes to this. A lot of people would go for the Uvu on the, or go for the Silver Tree on the Uvu. But doing this obviously means that you're going to have more military, but it's going to be a bit slower to take off. And that's the key factor here. Market now, 13 traders on this trade route. He's now gathering up wood as well. Next trader, when it comes out, should provide stone. Actually, I'm not sure whether it provides stone. I'd have to double check and see the way that it works. You know what? I don't think it actually provides stone. Oh, you know what? I think it does, doesn't it? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But the trading bonus that comes in for the Mongols, I'm curious to see if there's any way we can find it in-game. I don't think that there is. Oh, here we go. Having 9 or more active traders causes them to supply 10% more stone to their traders. So there you go. And you can actually buff it up. You can get... Geez, look at that one. Is that an Imperial Age? Yeah, that's an Imperial Age improvement. So that is... That, oh, never mind. Stone Commerce is also an Imperial Age improvement. So you're going to be waiting a little bit of a while for that one. But your stone income would be pretty decent in the late game with that. Obviously, you got the White Stupa, you got your Uvu as well. But a decent amount of stone you'll be able to come in. But now we finally see those Mangudai moving in. Hutt going to be reaching the castle age, 13 minutes. He's taken 2 sacred sites already. And at this high level, 2 sacred sites is already pretty close to what many would call GG. But we'll make sure that we hold off on calling it just yet. Now, remember, Hutt also going to be moving out on the map, going to be picking up relics. I would suspect he's going to be looking at taking out at least 4 of those relics. 5th one in the back corner here. Going to be safe. For the moment, Horseman numbers looking very, very healthy. By the same token, those Mangudai, just got to be so careful with them because they are very, 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 very flimsy. They will, you know, stiff breeze comes in their direction and they all fall down, unfortunately. So you do have to be careful with your control on those. But, going to be replacing that outpost now, dropping it down. More Mangudai going to be coming out, and I feel like it might be a bit of a feudal age up against age 3, but even if he goes heavy on Mangudai, I guess, you know what, the appropriate transition, I think, if he goes from Mangudai into age 3, would just be dropping down 2 more stables and just going triple stable lancers. I think that's probably the best thing that he can do, but now we see that his economy starting to get there. But the key factor here is just the difference in distance between the market being here and the market being here is massive. It's huge. Obviously, your runs take a little bit longer, but you're rewarded like double for the amount of resources that you get. And obviously, if you could run an extra 25 distance and get an extra 100% resources, you'd do it, right? Hell yeah, you'd do it. Damn right you would. But now continuing the trade route looking pretty healthy. Silver Tree looking good. He's up to 18 traders at the moment, about to go to 19. We can see, actually, no, he just got his 18th trader out. Mangudai still coming out in force. Silver Tree looking good at this point in time, but at the same time, I'm fearful because Knights are going to be coming out eventually as well. And we see now Lance is going to be coming out. We'll take a look over at what Hutt's done. I suspect indeed it is the compound of the defender. And how do you hold against this? How do you hold against this? Because there are so many villagers, it is unlikely that you're going to be able to you have to kill all your enemy's army and then you have to kill the villagers. Like with the army right now that B's got, he could barely kill these villagers before this keep gets up. And now keep going to get dropped down. Now he's going to be able to easily pick up these pastures and move them back. That shouldn't be a problem for him. But ideally you'd want to wait until the keep goes all the way up, because as soon as you do that, he can cancel it and then reposition it. Village is going to get pulled though. We're entering into the cinematic mode right now, as it looks like Hutt might be committing here. B going to be turning his attention, trying to take down that keep. A lot of the villagers coming forward, also bringing out a trader as well. Relic's getting picked up on the backside, and we can see the Knights moving forward here with the Horsemen. Going to be turning their attention. Keep going to be getting up at about 3,700 health. The villagers going to have to fall back away from this. They were pulled a little bit too late, unfortunately. And with that, the pastures going to be subsequently attacked by that keep and going to be easily able to be taken out. Remember, these guys cost 150 wood each. It is an expensive loss right there. But Relic's slowly and steadily getting picked up, and now those pastures move back. So doing the right thing there. You don't want to pick up those pastures before that keep is finished. If you do, as I mentioned, then you just get a keep right here. Then you get a keep, right there. And that's exactly what might be happening right now. The first keep has gone up though, so it's going to take time for that progress to begin. But the worst thing you want is, a keep in your face. This was in your face, but you've just moved your face slightly towards the other side. And now Magadai in the back of the base for B. He's going to be trying to find a couple of villagers. Does find the stone villagers actually. Movement speed. Jeez, I think I just did that 4 times. I flipped a movement speed arrow going off there. Going to be able to get in underneath. Uvu actually gets depleted right as it's about to go down. You got to be feeling good now, and that's that second keep coming up. Now the daisy chain begins. Hutt slowly but steadily pushing towards the Mongol base with those keeps. I say slowly and steadily, but I tell you what, he is 100% intent on moving these keeps as closely as he can get them. B still yet to age up. We can see the resource count for him starting to get in the right direction. The problem's going to be once this keep gets up, you can see that the traders are going to be around the backside here, managing to come through here. Knights as well as the Horsemen. Numbers are looking pretty decent for Hutt right now. He's got 10 Knights, 9 Horsemen, and things starting to look good for him. So I guess I got to start asking my questions. Where did it all go wrong? Where did it all go wrong for B? Because right now, B, he's trying to hold on. He's doing a little bit of a counter raid up towards the north. We can hear the Mangadais firing off at a mill, but unfortunately, Mangadais not known for their siege. Now we've got a bit of a problem because the traders will get interrupted. And with the traders being interrupted, what this means is that as soon as they get retargeted, they lose their value. They lose their gold. And so this is very, very difficult here for B to hold, because now B is going to be losing a solid investment that he had. I can't help but feel that maybe had B gone for a little bit more of a greedy early opening, then it would have been paying off a little bit sooner. Now, obviously, it's hard to know exactly what the numbers would have been, but you can see that the delay that has come through here. I mean, Hutt has just hit him with this perfect timing push. We're now beginning to see elephants coming out, and you can see the difference here, okay? We've got an elephant that is out. It's got 6 ranged armor. Compare that to the Mangadai that's got 8 attack. So these bad boys are only taking 2 damage a shot from those Mangadais. So a very difficult matchup for those guys. But now Hutt continuing to push through. You can see he's got 7 villagers on stone at the moment. Villager count on 43. So everything looking good for him. Walled in over on this eastern side. He's a little spearman. Spearman going to be on the run and now continuing to push down upon his opponent. I don't know whether the Siege Workshop now coming down as well, bringing all the villagers 31 in this forward location. So you can really feel the commitment coming through right here. I think he's going to be heading towards, he's just going to be chopping some wood for the meantime. But with that Siege Workshop coming up, it means that Trebuchet is going to be coming out shortly. And the question is going to be, is there any possible way that B holds it? He's got units on the backside. Khan, Magadai, but nothing else really. Handful of units back down here in the base. 8 spearmen, 6 Magadai. And the question is going to be whether he's going to be able to do it. And you can see the traders, the way that he's got them out here. He's trying to bring them in. Ideally, you almost build a wall, but the problem is you can't really build a wall. The traders are going to be able to walk through it, and the town center now going to be packed up. When I talk about the wall, I'm not talking about, obviously the Mongols can't make walls, but you want to make a wall with your buildings. So this archery range, you'd bring it in, you'd put it here, you just move it a little bit further down. But obviously, it's under attack from the keep, and things all starting to get a little bit sour here. He's going to try his best to get them in, but I suspect unless he's able to actually make it. Yeah, you can see he's funneling the units down around this south side. This is exactly what he wants to do. Now, remember, he can't really control that. He's actually brought the market in a little bit closer. So the market was originally here. He's brought it in, and then that's going to allow him to have a bit of a closer route. But the Silver Tree trying its best to hold on. Really not achieving much at this early stage of the game, unfortunately. We enter the 19th minute, about to go into the 20th minute, and Hut looking very strong in this game. We see the first Trebuchet beginning to roll out. The town center now going to be the primary focus. Actually, he's turning his attention towards that Silver Tree. So going to be going in that direction instead. Trebuchet Bolter hits the Silver Tree. Hut with a direct strike there. Second Trebuchet going to be coming out now. He's working. You can see it. He's working towards that next keep. And with that keep, we can hear the landmark now going to be coming down. It's going to be the Kurultai on the backside. He's going to be trying to hold on. We'll get a nice little screenshot of this one as the push is now coming to shove. And keep in mind that sound that you hear, the Kurultai sound, or the landmark sound, that plays for your enemy as well. Trebuchet now going to be firing down on that Kurultai as well. Khan goes down. I'm not sure exactly where it was. Might have been... I'm not sure exactly where that Khan has gone down, but unfortunately, you know, when the Khan goes down, it's very tempting to call GG. I kid, but in all seriousness, it can hurt, but now... B is up to the next age. No Khan at all to provide any bonus. And remember, that is the double-edged sword of the Kurultai. Sure, it's got a great bonus, but you need that Khan nearby to buff it up. And unfortunately for him, no Khan nearby. So when the Khan is nearby, it heals all nearby damaged units, and it provides 25 bonus damage for 30 seconds. Well, guess what? There's no Khan nearby. He just died. This is a terrible mistake here. He's going to be trying to hold on, pushing out. He's going for Veteran Spearman, Veteran Mangudai. Look at him trying to hold on to this position, and now the next keep comes up there as bases in your faces. The cinematic mode comes through, and we see the Kurultai now going to get positioned down towards that south side. More and more keeps coming up. This is the Delhi Death Push coming out, and it is so damn difficult to stop. Just absolute beauty right here. Look at the keeps, the way that they keep coming in. So difficult to deal with, and now the Mangudai going to be moving out with the Spearman. They're going to be trying to push back this Delhi brute force, this Delhi Death Push, playing it a little bit like the Protoss, but with instead of using Colossus, they just use keeps. And instead of using sentries, they use villagers and trebuchets. Things not looking pretty right now for our Mongol player. He's going to be on the backside. He's still trying to hold on villagers underneath the town center. Numbers still looking good for him. And he's just going to type in GG. He's going to call it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, B is going to be tapping out. Hut going to be moving through to the next round. That is going to be your game number 4 wrapped up, fellas. Make sure you check out EGC TV. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can catch plenty more Road to Red Bull Wallalol legacy content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.